Autumn has come to upstate New York, and we find ourselves at Bills Stadium in Orchard Park. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Buffalo Bills. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Give him 32 on the play.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us for their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Allen's throw is complete. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. 23 yards on the play. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, it's Carson. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Chris Carson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
And no good.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. The screen pass here to Cohen. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
And the Bears 1st down.
The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 more yards there and quickly another 1st down.
And the Bears 1st down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On the draw, this is Cohen. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
A loss of a yard on the play.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. First carry now for David Montgomery. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Montgomery, the
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
A 5-yard pickup on the play.
Back to throw.
3rd down.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears can grab the lead with the extra point.
For the extra point.
And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jannard Avery in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Another try after the first down sack. Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. The 30, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Chase Claypool, 79 yards. And the Bills have retaken the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen. Took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
At the 32-yard line. 10 yards.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 24. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 20-yard line.
Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
The Bears ball carrier. Tremaine Edmonds on the tackle. A 2-yard gain on the play.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Looked like a pretty smart decision that time to keep the football by the quarterback.
It was, because you saw how the runner got swarmed. So you got to pull the ball from his arms, keep it yourself, and get what you can. And the most underrated player on this play is the running back. Because even if he doesn't have the ball, he has to act like he does in order to attract the defense.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
First and 10.
23 yards, the final tally. From the gun, it's Allen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On play action, Allen. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Dawson Knox, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills have once again taken the lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone. So give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Bills 20, Bears 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These 2 teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big... That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears can grab the lead with the extra point.
The kick is good.
And his kick is good.
The score, Bears 21, Bills 20. Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
To throw again on second down. Allen finding Knox there, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
1st and 10.
Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Dancing to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
On play action, Allen rolling to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm, incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Chase Claypool with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point safely through, and that'll make this a 6-point game. 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will make it into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
He's going to let it go again. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. White now to return. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
53, Mike, 53. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Mike, 53, Mike.
A final shot before half for Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down, Bears.
56,
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
The pass.
4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Lewis. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback, because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
1st and 10.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll toss it out to Carson. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the run.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And the return will stop right around the 25.
By the Bears.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He's brought down by Micah Hyde. A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
Again, it's Cohen. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? The ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
First down, a run with Cohen. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
Touchdown, Bills.
Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Will Dissly, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. There's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Here we go on 2nd and 12. That's complete to Dissly, the tight end. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 14. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st down, Chicago.
On 1st down, it's Cohen. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11.
They try again with Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And the return will stop right around the 25.
The ball carrier. A fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That catch good for only a couple. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
At the 41-yard line.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. I'm scared. 53 to Mike. 53 to Mike.
Throwing now is Allen. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Allen off the play fake. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Eddie Jackson picks it. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
That catch good for only a couple. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
35-yard line. It's a gain of 10. And the Bears.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 41. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
38.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Bears take over 1st and 10.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a 2nd time.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Now this will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. On 2nd down, it's Cohen. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Credit the sack to Von Miller. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there and a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
And inches.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down.
They'll set up to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? And my goodness, another interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded, and all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4. Today's final.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Buffalo, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the New York Jets come to town. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they drop